Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Virtual College Exploration for all North and South Carolina students, sponsored by the Carolinas Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers and StriveScan. Thank you so much for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. So you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and your microphone are turned off, so our presenters cannot see or hear you. This is just one of the many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the full schedule at CACRAO.org. That is CACRAO.org. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week on that same website at CACRAO.org. That is CACRAO.org. I'd now like to turn it over to our presenter.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now. And everybody should be able to see it. So we'll go ahead and get started. So my name is Takia Holder. I'm one of the transfer admissions counselors at Georgia State University. I'm actually the transfer assistant director, so I oversee a team of admissions counselors at Georgia State, and we are looking for different transfer students across the country to take interest in Georgia State, see all the different programs and things that we have to offer. So I'm going to give you some background information on Georgia State University, a little bit about what we have to offer, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about how you can transfer to Georgia State, and I'll be sure to answer any questions that you may have. So if you're not sure much about Georgia State, so Georgia State, we are a large public research institution. We are one of the largest institutions in the country. We are located in the city of Atlanta, Georgia, and we are right downtown in the heart of the city. That's what makes our university so unique. So again, we are one of the largest institutions in the country. We have over 54,000 students. Now that is because we partnered with a two-year institution. So on our Atlanta campus, which is our main campus, we have over 30,000 students. So that's going to be, a typical average size for a large public research institution. We're also one of the fastest growing research institutions in the country as well. So for any of you students that are thinking about research opportunities, Georgia State may be a great option for you. We're also number 3 for being one of the most innovative institutions in the country, behind institutions like Arizona State. So these are some of our top accolades, but again, Georgia State, we are one of the most innovative. So there's a lot of great things going on in Georgia State. And again, with us being in the city of Atlanta, Georgia, it gives our students a wealth of opportunities. And we'll talk a little bit more about that and what that means just a little bit. So I always like to share this slide because this slide is pretty special to Georgia State University. So you may not know who the gentleman is in the center of this photo, but that is Mr. Bill Gates. So we did have the pleasure of having Mr. Bill Gates come to Georgia State. He spent some time on our campus talking with our students, our faculty, our staff members. Overall, he was very impressed with our university. He actually wrote a blog about it. So I encourage you, if you are thinking about transferring to Georgia State, go over and read Bill Gates' blog and see some of the great things that he had to say about Georgia State. But he pretty much said, Georgia State's doing some of the amazing things that no other university is doing in the country. And again, that kind of goes back to why we ranked number 3 in the country for being most innovative. And again, I'll talk to you a little bit about more what that means in just a little bit. So again, we are one of the fastest growing research institutions in the country. And again, we're in the city, heart of Atlanta. So we are within walking distance of the CDC, actually. So we have a wealth of opportunities for students that are interested in research. One of the special things about Georgia State is that, for most institutions, undergraduate level students, research opportunities. But at Georgia State, we actually give our undergraduate students opportunities for research opportunities as well. So definitely, if you're someone thinking about research and you want to take advantage of something like that, again, we may be a great option for you. So again, we are a large institution, so we do have a lot of different majors and colleges that we offer. So this is a list of the colleges that we offer. So again, Perimeter colleges are 2-year side. So for most of you, you wouldn't need to worry about that because you'll be transferring to our main Atlanta campus. But I will highlight a few of these. Our Andrew Young Policy Studies department, that is one of our more popular ones. It's named after Ambassador Andrew Young. We also have College of Arts and Sciences, which is our largest area. So most of our students, regardless of what they're majoring, they're in the College of Arts and Sciences. We do have a very popular nursing school. So at Georgia State, I mean, you can literally go from the associates to bachelor's. You can get your master's in nursing all the way up to your doctorate level nursing degree. So we have all of those options. And then we also have Grady Hospital that is in walking distance of our campus as well. So nursing happens to be a popular college as well. And then we do have the Honors College. Some of you may already be in the Honors College at your current institution, and that's great. If you want to keep that up, you can always join the Honors College at Georgia State. We do accept transfer students. If you're not in the Honors College right now and you still want to take advantage of that, I definitely suggest looking into the Honors College. Again, we do take transfer students. And there are a wealth of benefits for the Honors College students. I mean, it'll prepare you for grad school, help you build your resume, all those different types of things. We do have one of the top college of law programs in the country as well. But again, that's a graduate level program. So if you're thinking about law, you can think about that a little bit down the line. College of the Arts is pretty popular in Atlanta as well, just because we're in the city of Atlanta. We have a lot of music and film and theater and all those types of things in the city. So we do have quite a few students that come from the College of Arts as well. But these are just the colleges. So we have over 250 different majors and programs at Georgia State. So a lot of students want to know, what are the most popular ones? It's hard to really, trickle it down to just one or two. We have several. Again, we have over 250 things to choose from. But again, these are some of the top programs. Film and media is definitely on the rise because, Atlanta is now the Hollywood of the South. We're now producing more movies than the state of California. Because of the location of Georgia State with us being in Atlanta as well, a lot of things like journalism and marketing, those types of majors are very popular as well. Especially something like journalism where we have like CNN, which is in walking distance of our campus. And again, we're a fast growing research institution. So anything in biologies and chemistries and those types of things are really good as well. So with you all being transfer students, most of you may, already have your major and just want to transfer over and continue that major. That's great. But if you're someone that may not know, what they want to major in if they transfer over, or maybe you want to pick up a new minor or something, the great thing is that we are a school of variety. We have over 250 things for you to choose from. One of the most popular hotspots on our campus right now, this is kind of in the heart of our campus. This is the Creative Media Institute. So this particular facility here is fairly new. We've only had it on our campus about a couple years or so. But this is really for all of our creative media students. So think of any students that may be interested in graphic design, animation, film and television production. All of those things are housed in this building here. It's a state-of-the-art facility. We have state-of-the-art green rooms, equipment for all of those creative types of majors. So if you're definitely somebody that's in the creative arts, definitely check out the Creative Media Institute. And you can actually look at that on our virtual tour as well, just to kind of see what that building looks like. But one of the best things about Georgia State, in my opinion, is, it's definitely the location, but it's more so about what the location does for our students. So with us being in the city of Atlanta, we are able to offer a wealth of opportunities for our students. We have, several Fortune 500, Fortune 1000 companies that are in walking distance of our campus. So for example, on the right-hand side of the screen, you see, we have a student that was interning at the Georgia Aquarium. Again, the Georgia Aquarium is one of those facilities that's actually within walking distance of our campus. But in addition to that, we also have several study abroad opportunities for students. But this is so important because, where we're located, it provides students with the opportunity to, walk to their internship. They can, get on a streetcar, take the MARTA. So it's really about convenience and really opportunities that we are able to afford our students. So to give you a visual, this is a visual of some of those Fortune 500, Fortune 1000 top companies and corporations that are in the city of Atlanta. And most of these are, again, walking distance from our campus. So for example, you can definitely walk to, the Georgia Aquarium, CNN. All of those are within walking distance of our campus. And if they're not within walking distance of our campus, they're a quick, bus ride, train ride, streetcar ride, Uber ride. And what students have to realize is, just because you see Coca-Cola and, obviously we all know Coca-Cola makes soda, right? And products. But Coca-Cola also has a human resources department. Coca-Cola also has a marketing department. They have a finance department. So the point that I'm making is, regardless of what your major is, each of these companies has a different department. They may offer an opportunity for you. So the biggest thing here is just really large companies, and we have a lot of alumni relations in these companies. So a lot of Georgia State graduates, go start working at these companies, and then they're looking for other Georgia State students to come and start being interns, get jobs. So that's one of the biggest things about, the location of Georgia State University is these companies are, readily available to, take our interns, have job placement opportunities. So really the opportunities around these companies and in the city of Atlanta are just limitless for our students. And I think that's one of the best things about Georgia State University. In addition to that, obviously there's a lot to do in the city of Atlanta, around the city of Atlanta, but we also like to make sure our students get that traditional feel as well. So you all are in college already, so you already know most colleges have clubs and organizations on campus. The unique thing about Georgia State is we have over 400 different clubs and organizations on campus. And that is a lot, as you probably already know, that is a lot of organizations, right? So depending on what you're interested in, pretty much we're probably going to offer something that you may be interested in within those 400 organizations, from Greek life to, different study abroad opportunities, intramural sports, club sports. We have a waffle club, we have a shoe club. So literally anything that you're interested in, we're probably going to offer it for you at Georgia State. And we definitely encourage our students to get involved. If you don't see a program or a club that you're interested in, we do allow for students to get together with other students to start out a new club. But again, within that 400, we probably have something that you're interested in. So we actually have what we call the Panther Involvement Network, and it's on our website. So if you want to go ahead and take a look and see what programs and clubs and organizations we offer, you can go ahead and do that right on our website. In addition to that, we do have athletics is a big part of our institution as well. We are a Division I institution, and we have 16 different Division I athletic teams. This is just a visual of our football stadium. It's also the same stadium that's behind me, but this was actually Turner Field. So for any of you that are familiar with baseball, this was actually the Atlanta Braves stadium. And once they moved out, Georgia State, took over the stadium. So this is where our football team plays. So definitely if you're someone who, maybe not interested in playing collegiate sports, we definitely encourage you to have your Panther pride, show your school spirit, come out to the games. Students get in for free. So our students definitely enjoy coming to the games. Our athletic teams do pretty well. Our men's basketball team normally makes it to the NCAA tournament. Our men's football team has definitely done well and won some bowl games. Our beach volleyball team is one of the top in the country as well. So we have a lot of great things going on in the sports world. So again, even if you're not somebody that wants to play, sports in the Division I level, we definitely encourage you to come out to the games, support your team, support the school, and show your Panther pride. One thing I like to mention for transfer students is housing, because transfer students typically have a lot of questions about housing, surprisingly, and we definitely need to make sure we prepare you for that as you make the transition. So first off, Georgia State University, we are not an institution that requires any students to live on campus, regardless of classification. That is completely up to you as a student. However, if you would like to live on campus, we do have housing options for you. We have two particular facilities that are for more so upperclassmen, which most of you all will transfer as an upperclassman. It's the Commons and the Lofts, and those are apartment style, which is why it would be probably more beneficial for someone that's an upperclassman, like most of you all will probably be. For that, we just, we encourage you to apply early, because the earlier you apply and the earlier you get accepted, the earlier you can go ahead and start looking into housing and put down your housing deposits. But again, we don't require students to live on campus. So we also have several housing units within walking distance of campus and actually on campus, but they're not owned by Georgia State University. So they're considered off-campus housing, but we have several of those options as well. So we actually have a housing website for our on-campus housing. We also have an off-campus housing website. So you can check out either one of those. You can check out both to kind of see, what the options are, kind of weigh out the cost. But we definitely have both of those options available for you. In addition to that, we do have parking as well. It's another popular question from transfer students. The best parking option is going to be a free parking option, which we allow students to park in our parking lot by the stadium, and then you can park there for free. And then we have Panther Express buses that will take you to and from campus. But again, if you're somebody that wants to, park near your apartment or your living quarters, you can definitely get a parking pass to do that. And you can find the parking pass options and rates on our website as well. So to get down to, what it takes to transfer to Georgia State, pretty simple requirements. So in order to transfer, what we're looking for a student to have at least a 2.5 GPA or higher, and that's going to be a cumulative GPA. So for example, if you have gone to, 2 or 3 colleges after high school, then we're going to need all those transcripts, and we're going to look at all of your courses that you've taken and come up with a cumulative GPA. If you've only been to one institution, we're just looking for a cumulative GPA of at least a 2.5 or higher. In addition to that, we need 30 transfer hours, semester hours, or 45 quarter hours. And we do have a transfer equivalency chart that I will show you in a little bit that will give you an idea if those courses will transfer or not. But you can take a look at your transcript and kind of see, if you have well over that, you probably have enough hours to transfer in, but I can show you how you can check. In addition to that, you also need to be in good academic standing and eligible to re-enroll at your previous institution. So you need to be in good standing. So overall, 2.5, 30 semester hours, 45 quarter hours, and be in good standing to return to your previous institution. So to apply, everything is online. The application is online. Once you go to Georgia State University's webpage and go to admissions, you will click on transfer student, and it'll take you right to our transfer application. We do have a $60 application fee. We do also accept NACAC fee waivers, the transfer fee waiver, but keep in mind you do have to be eligible for that fee waiver in order for us to accept that. Typically, if you qualify for Pell Grant, you qualify for the fee waiver, but you will have to fill out the fee waiver, submit it, and we'll have to take a look at it. But if you meet the qualification, we will certainly award you your fee waiver of $60. In addition to that, we need your transcripts. We need transcripts from every institution that you've ever attended. Like I mentioned before, even if you went, but you aren't on any W's, even if you went and you dropped courses, make sure you list all those institutions on your application and send all those transcripts. And of course, we definitely want to make sure that we're able to give you any credits that you are that you've earned as well. So make sure you send all of your transcripts. You don't have to memorize any of this because it is on our website. But the easiest way to get us your transcripts is to have it emailed from your institution, whatever system they use, straight to electronictranscript@gsu.edu. You can also mail them. Your institution can mail them directly to us, or you can mail them yourself. But if you do mail them yourself, just make sure that you have not opened your transcript, or we won't be able to accept it. In addition, we do have the transfer credit predictor that I mentioned earlier, which will allow you to see how many credit hours that you have earned. So if you go to gsu.transfer.degree, it will take you to our transfer credit predictor. And this particular tool is really cool. So pretty much you'll go in and you'll create an account. And what you do is you'll have one of your transcripts or however many transcripts that you have, and they can be unofficial for this because this is an unofficial evaluation. But you have your unofficial transcript and you go in and you put the institution that you attended and then the courses that you earned from there in the grade. And then the transfer credit predictor will let you know if it transfers to Georgia State. And if so, it'll let you know what it transfer as, if we have that information in there. And another great thing is that, I should say you are a chemistry student at your current institution and you want to do chemistry at Georgia State. Well, once you put your credits in, it'll say, okay, well, you are, 45% to complete your chemistry degree at Georgia State. Beyond that, it would also say, even though you're 45% complete, going the chemistry route, you're actually 60% complete at Georgia State if you go the biology route. Just an example, but just to give you an idea of how that tool works and how it can be beneficial to you. Now, if there is a credit that, we haven't ever articulated before and it's not showing up, don't wait to try to get an evaluation on that. Go ahead and apply and get your application in because that process does take time. So definitely use it as just a general idea, just an estimation of how many hours you may have. In addition to that, I also like to discuss scholarships. When you're a transfer student, it's not like when you're a freshman and, you got a wealth of, all these scholarship offers from all these different colleges. But we do still offer some scholarships for transfer students. The biggest and most important scholarship for transfer students that are out of state is the Campus Atlanta Scholarship. The Campus Atlanta Scholarship can award an out-of-state student in-state tuition. So it's an amazing scholarship if you can get it. You need at least a 3.6 GPA to be considered for it, and you don't need to do anything other than apply and be accepted. If you apply and be accepted, we will consider you for the scholarship. And so basically your name will go on a pool of other students that are qualified, and then our business manager will look at that and start awarding those scholarships. There is a second part of that. The other part of it is if you don't get the 100% in-state tuition rate, you can qualify for the 50% tuition discount. which they will be taking 50% off the out-of-state tuition tag. So either way, great options for you all since you would either North Carolina or South Carolina and you would be considered an out-of-state student. Again, you'll need at least a 3.6 GPA to be considered for that. No need to apply. We will let you know if you're awarded it. Outside of that, though, we do have the Scholarship Resource Center on our campus as well. And that's actually online. So you can actually go online and take a look at the different scholarships that we offer. And there are a couple different scholarships that apply to transfer students. And you can go through and kind of do a search of what that looks like. I also suggest, while you're doing that, also go to our financial aid webpage and start looking at tuition and fees and all that good stuff. We also do allow, prospective students to meet with a financial aid counselor even before getting admitted to get some basic information about what that tuition would look like for you and how everything would play out for you. So as we talked earlier about, Georgia State being one of the most innovative in the country, being ranked number 3, it is because of our student success programs that we have in place primarily. One of the big things is our academic advising and how that works. So the university hired several advisors, hundreds of advisors to work with our student population. And they have a GPS advising system. So what that means is as a student, let's just say you are a chemistry student, let's say you're struggling in a particular class, your advisor will be notified. Your advisor can reach out to you and say, hey, do we need to do tutoring? Do we need to do supplemental instruction? Do we need to withdraw from this course? Do we need to pick a different major? So that's really one of the best ways that we can reach out to our students ahead of time to make sure that our students are successful. But in addition to that, these are different programs that we offer. We have a little bit of something for everybody, regardless of your background, regardless of your major. So again, this is just a few of the programs, but let's just say you're someone who needs assistance in writing. We have a writing studio. Let's say you are someone that needs assistance with math. We have a math assistance complex for, somebody who needs help with math. We have the Office of Black Student Achievement for African-American students to get support and resources. We have the International Student and Scholar Services offices for any students international and need assistance through the process. So again, regardless of what you're interested in, regardless of your background, regardless of where you come from or transfer from, we have support and resources available to you for you to be successful at Georgia State University. Another great thing that the university has done is we have closed graduation rates. So there is no graduation rate gap at Georgia State University. So again, regardless of your background, where you come from, all students can come to Georgia State and be successful at the exact same rate. So again, these are a couple more programs, but again, you all are probably aware of supplemental instruction, tutoring, academic advising. So, we have programs in place where you can set an appointment with your advisor. They can meet with you virtually because we're all taking virtual appointments right now. But the biggest thing is that we just want you all to know that even though we are a large institution, even though you are a transfer student, we have several support and resources available to you to make sure that you can, one, transition from your institution to our institution smoothly. And that is what me and my team is for with the transfer admissions counselors. We can make that process smooth for you. And then once you are an accepted student, we can do a warm handoff for you to our student success programs to make sure that you will be successful. So that is my presentation. I'm happy to take any questions that you all may have that I may not have covered. But to reiterate, most important things here is, 2.5 GPA, 30 hours or 45 hours, and then making sure that you're in good standing to be able to transition, of course. And then we can, definitely go ahead and help you get the process started. The application's online. We have a $60 application fee, or we'll take your fee waiver. And then we need your transcripts from all of the colleges that you have attended. Again, I definitely encourage you to check out the transfer credit predictor because that will give you a good idea of which of those credits that you may have earned may actually transfer over to Georgia State. And again, that's to give you a general idea, but, it'll help you in deciding, if you want to transfer. And if you do have any questions about transferring, we do also have appointments online as well. And we also offer several information sessions, several events all throughout the year that you all can join us in on. If you have any specific questions specific to your situation, we do also have appointments. If you want to meet with one of my admissions counselor, You can make your appointment online, and then you can set up a time to meet with them and ask any questions that you have. So that is going to be it for me, and I'll be happy to take any questions that you all may have. Let's see here. I don't think we have any questions. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen. And I think we're good.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I thought I saw one at first, but I think they may have hopped off. But either way, we'll still have the recording.
Awesome. Well, to everyone that did join us today, thank you for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey that we really appreciate your feedback on. Also, this is just one of the many sessions being hosted, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions at CACRAO.org. That is CACRAO.org. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as the other session recordings at CACRAO.org. That is CACRAO.org. Thank you guys for joining us today. Thank you for your presentation, and I hope everyone has a great day.
Thank you. You have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.